So, we always hear that the US has the most powerful military in the world. But what does that actually mean? It's way more than just soldiers and tanks. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at the mind-blowing numbers and the incredible tech that make up this force. Let's get right into it.
All right, to really wrap our heads around this whole thing, we've got to start with the money. There's one number that puts everything else we're about to talk about into perspective.
Yep, you're saying that right. Over $800 billion. Just let that sink in for a second. That's more money than the next 10 countries spend on their militaries combined. It's an absolutely massive investment that doesn't just fund an army, it shapes global events.
So the obvious question is, what on earth does that much money actually buy you? Well, let's follow the money trail. And the first stop, the very foundation of any military, is its people.
Okay, let's talk about power on the ground. This is where the rubber meets the road, right? Where battles are often won or lost, and where boots on the ground really, really matter. First and foremost, it's about the people. We're talking over 2.1 million personnel, if you count both active duty and reserves. But here's the key thing. This is an all-volunteer force. That means every single person is a trained professional. They're specialists, in everything from cyber warfare to advanced combat medicine. And of course, to back up those troops, you need some serious heavy metal. We're talking about iconic machines like the M1 Abrams tank. I mean, this thing is a 70-ton beast, a symbol of American ground power for decades. And it doesn't roll alone. It's backed up by vehicles like the Bradley and the Stryker, which are all about getting infantry safely into the action and laying down some serious firepower. But controlling the land is just one part of the equation. In today's world, if you want to dominate, you absolutely have to own the skies. And this is where that US tech advantage really, really shines. Leading the charge is the F-35 Lightning II. The best way to think about this thing is like a flying supercomputer with wings. It's not just a fighter, it's a stealthy, data-collecting machine that talks to everything. Other jets, ships on the sea, troops on the ground, all in real time. It gives the pilot this unbelievable bird's-eye view of the entire battlefield. Then you've got the F-22 Raptor. Now, if the F-35 is the multi-talented quarterback, the Raptor is the ace dogfighter. Its one and only job is total air superiority. It was literally built to be the king of the skies, and even today, its blend of stealth and pure agility is basically unmatched. Okay, but what if you need to reach out and touch someone from halfway across the world? That's where the B-2 Spirit Bomber comes in. This is a truly strategic asset. That iconic flying wing design, it makes it practically invisible to radar. It can slip past defenses, deep into hostile territory, and deliver its payload before anyone even knows it's there. So you take all of these, add them up, and you get a fleet of more than 13,000 aircraft. And that's not just the cool fighters and bombers. A huge part of that is the transport fleet, planes like the C-17 Globemaster. These are the workhorses that can move troops and gear literally anywhere on the planet in a matter of hours. And that whole anywhere, anytime capability, that depends completely on controlling the seas. The US Navy's mission, really, is to make sure the world's oceans are open highways, allowing it to project American power to pretty much any coastline on Earth. And the undisputed crown jewels of the Navy? The aircraft carriers. Seriously, these things aren't just ships. They're basically floating American cities. They're nuclear-powered with an entire airbase sitting on top. They are the ultimate symbol of global reach. And get this, the US Navy has 11 of them. To put that in perspective, the next closest country has 2. That's it. Each one of these 11 carriers is the centerpiece of its own strike group, with cruisers, destroyers, and submarines. It gives the US this incredible ability to be in multiple places at once with overwhelming force. Okay, so we've talked about tanks, jets, and ships, but warfare today is about so much more than that. The real cutting edge is happening in places you can't even see, in cyberspace, in outer space, and with weapons that move at unbelievable speeds. This is where a lot of that R&D money is going. We're talking about developing things like hypersonic missiles, weapons that fly at more than 5 times the speed of sound. So fast, they're almost impossible to stop. But it's not just about attack. There are also defensive shields, like the THAAD system, designed to knock incoming missiles right out of the sky. And the glue holding all of this together? A global network of over 750 bases that act as the logistical nerve center for the whole operation. So when you actually lay the numbers out side by side, Wow, the scale of the difference really hits you. Sure, another country might have more tanks on paper, but when you look at advanced air power, the gap is huge. And then you get to the aircraft carriers. That number 11 is just, it's in a league of its own. It's more than every other country on Earth put together. So we've looked at the people, the hardware, the global network, the bleeding edge tech. What does it all add up to? What's the final answer when you put all these pieces together?
Well, here's the key takeaway. It's not just about having the most toys. The real power comes from how everything works together. It's the combination of massive scale, technological superiority, and a global logistics network that no one else can match. It's one giant integrated system.
That combination is what defines military dominance today. But things are changing, and they're changing fast. As technology gets even crazier and new threats pop up, you have to wonder, what will it take to stay on top tomorrow? And what does that mean for the future of the world? It's definitely something to think about.